Why would anyone want to work here?
It's an important question.
Wait, can I start that over? Okay, what was I supposed to say?
Hey, why would anybody want to work at the Kroc Center?
We have a really clean facility here.
It's a very healthy place.
We play with toys.
We have a lot of fun here. I work in accounting.
I have a candy dish.
We played a game.
Just being silly.
I got dressed up as Spider-Man.
The Kroc is not boring.
We get to fool around sometime when our supervisors are not here.
It's fun here.
Getting hit on every morning by the seniors that come in.
During a painting project upstairs, it got a little out of hand, a little wild.
Hanging out with kids, because they're so young, and it's so weird to be like once a kid, but now I'm not a kid, and I'm kind of a kid because I work here.
Okay, but really, what makes this place special?
The Kroc Center is inspiring.
It's a great place to work.
There's a great mission here. There's celebration. There's personal achievement.
The Kroc Center is a launching pad.
You get to put your passion in action.
I have an opportunity to share something I've learned over the years with other people.
The Kroc is amazing.
It's a very easy place to get to know people.
People really get to know each other. It's like a family here.
One of the reasons is you'll feel like family right away.
It's just so fun to come in every day and see the same smiling faces.
You get to be yourself.
You connect with so many people.
It's not just a place for work, it's a place where you make friends.
Best place to be.
A place where people come to feel loved.
Love. Love is an action. It is a decision that we make to care for the needs of others more than for our own. The Salvation Army has worked for over 150 years throughout the world with love as our model. That love comes from Jesus. When we read the records that we have about Jesus, we are given a very clear picture of love. Of course, Jesus was kind and compassionate, but he really went out of his way to show people love through his actions. Jesus stood up for men and women that were marginalized in his society. He went out of his way to care for those in need, and he was always seeking to inspire those around him to make others-centered love a reality in his community. Jesus celebrated the joys of others and was quick to forgive their failures. He valued people as individuals and put aside his own desires for the sake of his friends. Jesus' love for people is the foundation that the Salvation Army was built on, and it is still our foundation today. When we put this kind of love into practice, some pretty amazing things can happen.
There's just so much relationship that happens here, whereas I've never experienced that in any other aspect of any work environment.
It's a very supportive environment. I love that I can pray with my coworkers. I love that we can be proud of who we are and share that love and teamwork with everybody around us.
My wife, Marissa Brown, she's in the Navy, and she was asked to go to Cleveland on deployments for about 3 months. Unfortunately, that leaves myself and 2 children back at home. My supervisor, she was very supportive of making sure that I was able to pick up my children on time from school. And one person in particular, he set up something called the meal train. And basically anybody and everybody that wanted to can actually go on and say, hey, I'm making a meal for you. And that was my meal for a day or two, you know, for me and my kids.
I was welcomed. I was treated as someone valuable and important with experience and with a life story that were important as well.
I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And I don't know, to this day, I don't know who did this, but people here donated their vacation time to me and their sick time. That was pretty special.
It's opened my eyes to, being able to let down walls and let people in more and not be afraid to show love to people.
When I started here, through a series of events, I ended up without a vehicle. And immediately one of our coworkers was like, of course, I have an extra car. Here are the keys. And I can't tell you how much that has meant to me.
If you know anything about Jesus, he didn't discriminate. So no matter what, no matter who, he was always there for you, and to this day, he's always going to be there for you. So why not mimic what he has done for us, for other people? And I think that's what he wants us to do.
Although I grew up in like a different religion than my coworkers, they always find a way to like help me get through whatever I'm going through. So not everybody is religious here, but they're not inconsiderate to people who are. So it's comforting talking to them.
God asks us to be loving and kind and all those things to other people because realistically you encourage people to be better people. And I think it makes us better people as well.
The Salvation Army is on a mission to love people the way Jesus does. We never do it perfectly, but every day is an opportunity to give it our best. Even if you're not a religious person, Jesus' example is worth considering. By modeling our lives and our relationships on Him, we will build a work environment that is truly special. The kind of love that Jesus shows for others is a high bar to reach, but we are committed to pursuing His example every day. Your supervisor will work hard to listen, set clear expectations, and give you frequent feedback. They will also forgive your mistakes, do their best to help you grow in your skills and career, and celebrate your successes. Your boss is part of an organization that is committed to caring about you as a whole person. As coworkers, we strive to listen to each other, serve one another, and to always be brave enough to speak the truth. We pursue relationships marked by humility and empathy, and we seek to support one another even when we disagree. The great thing about this kind of love is that it spills out into our community. When we are empowered to love those that seem unlovable, to bring compassion and care to the hurting, and even sacrificially serve those that we might consider our enemies, Jesus' love is visible to those outside our walls. When we are conspicuous in our caring, that love will connect with people and plug them into our community. As you begin your time as an employee of the Salvation Army, you'll be one of thousands of people all around the world with a multitude of different job tasks and responsibilities. What binds us all to one another is the love of Jesus, and that's why you might want to work here.
We share everything. Is that weird? Everything? Well, no, not everything. Is it off?
Even if you're an oversharer like Heather. Welcome to the team. You're gonna love it here.